Okay. Well, I purchased a new plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator, formerly Flight Simulator 2020, but just now Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I am sitting in the Waco Classic YM Waco Classic YMF5 or YMF-5, and it's a very pretty plane. It's not that expensive in the store. It's like only 15 bucks. But I'm not really concerned with all the, intricacies of the whether this thing flies exactly like the original or anything like that. I really just bought it because I love biplanes and it just looks really nice to me, and I love the lines. It's just I'm using my I use a tracker or track IR 5 system. Someday I'll love to get a upgrade to virtual reality. I don't think my computer can handle it. My computer is just a medium high rig, not the latest 2020 or 2021 rig. My computer is probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old now. So I have the settings on medium, which actually look still pretty good. And here's the, this is a beautiful plane. It's just gorgeous the way Flight Simulator does this. And this being on medium, still pretty. There's my tail number that I always fly on my planes. It's November 4224 Papa. And I use that number all the time because that is the number I flew when I used to be a student pilot in West Virginia. And I used to fly around West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio in that one Cessna 152 not Aerobat, I'm sorry, Cessna 152 trainer, just a student pilot. And I just have a lot of nostalgic memories for that tail number. Don't even know if that plane exists anymore, but I like the number. Anywho, this is the, like I said, this is the Waco. I'm not really familiar with the Waco series, so forgive me if I'm really fumbling on the numbers here. But from what I understand, this is the Waco Classic YMF-5. I don't know what other version this is. Some of the plane experts out there will know. He's got the front. Oh, if you're flying it solo, you're going to be flying in the back seat. If you're flying with two people, there's a cover. It looks like they are putting on the front, which is really neat. So this looks like it's configured just for single flying right now. That's fine. So anyway, let me get back in the cockpit. I have no idea how to work this thing. Oh, so I just clicked on some of these. You're greeted with this little menu, like a little iPad here, which is neat. And first thing you see is static elements on or off. So I guess I could look outside the cockpit to see what that's like. Aha! I get it. I see that. So it looks like looks like a little power generator, power pack to start the plane, maybe. That's what that looks like. A little external power unit. And chocks. We got the wheel chocks in. Got some cones out to, clear prop cones. That's kind of cool. I really like that. I'm just sitting on the runway here of all places. I shouldn't be sitting on the runway at the end, but that's okay. So let me get back in the cockpit here. So external power. So that was that. Pilot. Oh, so if I did want to, if I wanted to take off the, I guess if I wanted to take off the pilot, I could do that. if I wanted to take off the pilot cover or the passenger cover, I could say off. And look at that. I see it already that the when I uncheck that, that's kind of cool. So if I look externally, there we go. So I'll keep that off for now. And what do we have here? Cockpit co-pilot door. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting that had a door. I had no idea, but that's kind of cool. Makes it easier for the passenger to sit up front and get in the cockpit. It's probably pretty hard to get up in there. I see that this baggage door open and closes grayed out. So that's interesting. So we got some next here. Cold and dark cockpit. I think you would check that if everything was completely off and you did not know how to start this thing. I'm going to leave it off because I am not used to this. I'm going to have this go ahead and be ready for takeoff. And ready for, ready for takeoff. There we go. Okay, looks like we got the parking brake over here on the right side. We got right fuel tank, left fuel tank levers, throttle and fixture here. And I'm going to go ahead and get my track IR set up here. There we go. Looks like we have switched to alternate static port valve. Now I'm not familiar with this plane, so I really don't know. Then we got a checklist. That's cool. Recommended approach 80 miles per hour. I like miles per hour. Incorrect approach. Steep. Yeah, don't do it steep, do it shallow. That makes sense? Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. We can, now I don't know how to get that back up. Well, why did I do that? Okay, I'll just go with it. Maybe it's a checklist in here. So, let me check that out. Shift C. Let me see how that works. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. There's probably a little button here that will press that little checklist back on. I like the little mirrors that they got up there. Okay, shall we attempt to fly this? Let's check our controls. So you can see that the ailerons are attached with a pusher rod. So it's only one set of ailerons that are actually being operated and then are pulled up and down by the attaching rod. There's no flaps on this. Let me check my rear view here. Well, I have rudder pedals that I have. Here we go. I like some plane. Whoa, gonna veer off the runway here. This is not good. Okay. You have to be gentle with this plane. it looks like we're going to be
Tower November 4224 Papa is 8 miles south with Quebec for touch and go.
November 4224 Papa Tower. Enter left traffic, runway 24 left. Altimeter 29.902 with 276 to 3.
Enter left traffic, runway 24 left 24 Papa. base runway 20.
didn't kill myself, but man, I need some practice in this thing. So that's it. We've got the Waco Classic YMF-5 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know how it compares to the real thing because I've never flown it. But I can tell you one thing, beat Ginger on that, on these tail draggers. They are squirrely. Alright, that's it for now. I'll check you out later. Bye.